that bag behind you. Yeah. See it?
And it will be followed by a looping. Yeah, starts. Captain Carmona for the last pass. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 2022 Chinook display. The aircraft now brakes to the left to reset for its next manoeuvre, an offset wing over to the left. It's a challenging manoeuvre with the co-pilot Flinney, who sat in the left-hand seat, not only calling out Schmitty's pitch angle, roll, his heights and speeds, but also glancing out to the left-hand side, talking him around until he can see his display line again. During this manoeuvre, the challenge for the crew is to descend onto the crowd centre between nosovers whilst controlling a 15-ton aircraft which is being pushed or pulled by the wind. Joining Schmitty in the cockpit today is Flight Attendant Simon Flynn, one of our two display co-pilots for the season. Flynn joined the Royal Air Force in 2010 before converting to the Chinook and joining 27 Squadron in 2017. He's deployed to Mali, always completes his mission. Supporting the display aircraft this year are an exceptional team of engineers, many fresh back from operations in Mali. Leading engineers is our engineering officer, Flight Sergeant Neil Eaton. We could not put on this fantastic display for you today without their hard work and dedication. We're extremely proud to be bringing you the 2022 Chinook display. We do this alongside our operational frontline deployed commitments, whilst also conducting all our regular duties, training and tasking throughout the UK. The aircraft is now running back in towards the crowd before braking to the right at high speed. This is the most likely time to hear our famous blade snap as we enjoy the full force of the Chinook. Don't forget to enter our photo competition for the chance to win one of our official Chinook displayed seam patches. Please send us your best shots from
demonstrating takeoff there well inside of 2,000 feet, despite no headwind and the very warm temperatures of today. Rearm a grip in just 10 minutes between air-to-air missions. Yeah, it's not just the fact that it's hanging upside down, but it's also pushing around the outside of the turbine at the same time. So round about -3.5. The comparable two-seater. E-model entered service with the Swedish Air Force. The aircraft that you're training for, there should be something that is representative.
Guarantee that Red 1 will choose a full display. I am in contact with Red 1 and we will be on time. So please, RIAT 2022, please put your hands together for the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! As the team pull up at 4G and over 400 miles per hour, you can see them collapsing into 7 Arrow. As they reach the peak of their loop, it is approximately 5,500 feet, and they will slow to 150 miles per hour. Red 1 brings the formation to the right. Red 1 is squadron leader Tom Bold. He's in his second year as the team leader. As the formation rolls to the left, to the right hand side closest in is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. He's in his first year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. His opposite number on the left-hand side closest in is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Paddy is a former As the formation bends to the left, on the far right-hand side is Red 4 squadron leader John Bond, known as Bondy. Bondy is in his 5th year on the team, having previously been Synchro leader last year. He has flown Typhoon operationally, and he is also a former qualified flight. The aboard call is made by Red 4 as Reds 4 and 5 roll around the smoke of the rest of the formation. Get yourselves ready for the colour change as Red 1 brings the formation around to the right. And Reds 4 and 5 smoke red and blue. Smoking red is Flight 78 Simmons, known as Simo. He is a former Tornado GR4 pilot and has also flown the Harrier and the F5 while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps. Red 7 and 6 break away from us. Red 7 smoking red and Red 6 smoking blue. The sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky. This is a manoeuvre we like to call the Python. 7 smoking red, white and blue in the corkscrew around the smoke of red 6. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Turner, known as Jim. He is a previously qualified Typhoon pilot and also a Hawk side. Look to your front right, you'll see Enid and an inverted D. Once again, get your cameras ready for the double goose. Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of giving us 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of blue smoke, and 1 minute of red smoke. Therefore, each performs a series of barrel rolls around the rest of the formation, leaving the infinity symbol in the sky for the infinity break. For RIAT, it has been an honour and a pleasure to perform for you. Please put your hands together for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrow!
Program pods, the blue program pods are there to help you through the day. Well, it's going to be another long day. Of course, it is one of the longest air to space we've ever done. To tell you lots more about what is coming up for the rest of the day, I'm going to hand you back now to our expert commentary team, Ben Janelle and Mark Neaton. Sorry, Mark Neaton.
Her presence has become a must here at the Royal International 92 since 2011, and now she's coming up in front of us to perform a wonderful Terry Turk. Masterfully performed, and now the dairy will be closed by a slow pop turn on our left. Now, Schneider turn, performed at 311 miles per hour. Reaches value. C27 on pilot performance needs a perfect harmony among the crew members. And what a perfect twin we have seen, a complete turn on a horizontal axis at constant speed, over 265 miles per hour. Sporting air name, barely to the audience. Mischievous, isn't it? Well, it's scientifically impossible for a bumblebee to fly. For the lovers of statistics, length 74 2,000 feet of altitude, this button tilt the nose 35 degrees in a funny way. We should be performing a quite peculiar maneuver. Steep descent, steep approach.
NATO code name, Hind. Now, as I say, we've seen Hinds plenty of times before. It was the most numerous. Hind made its combat debut with the Ethiopian military in their 1977 to 70. In the front of entry looping. This is the entry maneuver, the first maneuver of our program. Green, white and red giant triangle configuration for the 10 MP339, 4,000 feet above the ground now. This is the only maneuver where all 10 MP339 are within the formation. Giant triangle diving to gain speed and will be slightly turning to the right. The next will be the first. Go up by the voice of the pony number 1 addressed to his wingman. This will be the great separation of the Mardior. Solo, the middle, moving our left, where we will come from the first maneuver of the show, but 5 meter to the left, 4 to the right. Don't miss the opportunity to take a picture of the first amazing crossing of the show. 3, 2, 1, shot! Inverted flight, wrong at the display center and inverted again, proving the technical features of our MB339 and the maneuver of the fun roll, narrated by the voice of Major Raspa, pony number 1, green, white, red, and then Apollo 1. Apollo, because the section simulate as 2 lunar bodies, 3, 1, 3, because 300.
Paesi che non ho mai veduto e vissuto con te, adesso si iniziano te. Tu navi per mari e io lo so.
Everything is weight 7. Challenge, shape. Why not of a good
Italian-wide chalice now up 4,000 feet over our heads. Now diving down to close this looping in chalice shape and the giant triangle pointing up to the sky, climbing vertical. The solo pilot will dive, pack the smokes, and then will climb, following the colors of our flag, inserting himself in the separation of the two sections. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the amazing opening of the Arizona. An historical figure, right? Meter continues climbing, while his altimeter pointer slowly stops and inverts its movement and its stance, an instant floating in the air and then down inside his own smoke. Ladies and gents, this is the pace flight of the solo pilot of Frecce Tricolore. The main formation is now complete, is now repositioning straight in front of us, and now once again vertical, standing up to the sky will be too close to spins and then silence. And so the moment has arrived, therefore let's introduce him. This was the Lomsovak of the pony number 10 of Frecce Tricolore, ladies and gentlemen, our solo Major Massimiliano Salvatore. Once again, and the victory roll!
That next display item running in from the left, from the German Army, the NH Industries NH-90 tactical transport helicopter. This one comes from Transport Hubschrauber Regiment or Transport Helicopter Regiment 10, stationed at Fassberg. The aircraft commander is Captain Tim Ackmann. With him in the crew today, Captain Martin Mikolaitzi, in the mid-1980s. NH Industries today brings together Airbus, Leonardo and Fokker Aerostructures. There are two main variants that are now in worldwide service. Command posts or VIP transports. They can also be armed with a pair of door-mounted heavy machine guns to provide self-protection. Hugely versatile platform, and the performance and range and endurance boosted by those large external fuel tanks, changing the endurance from 4 hours to 6, the range from 475 to 675 miles a mile. The display is complete. Now the reason the lead aircraft is in that colour scheme is that it's actually a retro scheme that was applied last year, and it resembles a de Havilland Canada Chipmunk. The Royal Danish Air Force used to use the Chipmunk, a type that celebrated its 75th anniversary last year, and so for that occasion they decided to paint a supporter in Chipmunk colours, and they've retained the scheme into 2022.
Very, very nice 6-ship Vic formation fly past there, with a split for now a coordinated 5-ship plus the solo display you can see in front of us.
Yes, the increase to 6 aircraft, something new for the team. The last time we saw them in the UK.
It's into a formation that they call house. You follow the 5-ship now in house formation. They will once again reposition into Vic for a formation change to demonstrate the tactical formation cross turn.
Diving to build up speed and energy, all important in a relatively low powered aircraft such as this. Starting off with a Cubanate, and next up we're into the vertical, and there's the cross by the other 4. The team members come from various flying backgrounds. solo in low and fast from right to left. But he's now pitching hard to the right. Very impressive rate of turn.
Very impressive, and the spacing is absolutely spot on. Yeah, in comparison with the rest of the formation that have just broken that formation. The pandemic, and annually, generally the biggest RIAT event. The early team arrived. They were known as the RIAT Rangers, and they started to assist with this site build.
And a very, very stylish start to the sequence, going straight into an inverted pass. Now, roll. Pulling up for a manoeuvre he calls the Humpty Bump. So into the vertical, a full roll, and there's the pull through. Up again, but this time for a loop with a roll at the apex, 150 shaft horsepower, and this gives the PC9 a very potent performance indeed. Two, three, 4. I think I started counting a little early there, but there was the recovery.
The spin is an out-of-control manoeuvre in essence. You have no control over the aircraft. Although with this aircraft you do have to hold pro control spin in, control inputs in. So full arm stick and full rudder in that instance, right rudder. One of the very
maximum rate turn here.
fully exploiting
and there's the completion of that outside loop with the roll on the top. Aerospace.
Hi, great to be here. Thank you.
So who have we got flying the display for us today, Chapsa?
This year also apart is Captain Emery Vähäsö, first flight display from all the boats squadron.
Now, of course, we ought to mention a little bit of a history here of the Hawk, developed originally by Hawker Siddeley as a replacement for the Gnat in the advanced training role.
Yeah, hard to believe that we're looking at here. This aircraft actually originated from the 1964.
Came from the Valmet factory in Finland, which is now known as Patria. So Samson, talk us through what it's like to be a new pilot of the Finnish Air Force. What's the process you go through to get up to training on the Hawk?
Yeah, first you start flying as a conscript. During the service, conscript service, you fly with the basic training. At the moment with VIPA, basic training installation, and you do it also. And of course, it's pretty capable trainer also, so you can do the dog flights, interceptions, and all kinds of things with the plane. So that's why it's such a great plane. And also it's we have modified parts also. Heads-up displays, focus pretty much with air-to-air combat.
Yes.
Also. And but nowadays also we do the ground missions, we practice them, and it's really exciting. a lot of fun, and really exciting.
Yes, well, that transition presumably has happened because the pulling up for the first quarter cloverleaf manoeuvre in the display in that tight box formation and diving down back to regain the main A-axis display line. The A-axis, the one parallel with the main runway, the B axis at 90 degrees onto that. Up into staying in this very close formation, an enormous barrel roll. And out of that, up into a Cubanate, pulling up. And now once again more uncomfortable negative G work and inverted turn. Again the team making very good use of different axes, solo slots in the display. We're going to see here a torque roll. In fact, a launch of act to begin with, but then continuing with a torque roll. You'll see the aircraft going vertical. Really showing us its power to weight ratio here with this 330 horsepower Lycoming engine. And there's the torque roll. The torque effect taking in, the aircraft rolls backwards vertically down through its own smoke. The leader and the right wingman will be going into mirror formation. The left wingman will be flying barrel rolls around them. The left wingman is retired Colonel Sharif Hatouk, a man with more than 5,500 hours of flying experience. He's the one doing the barrel rolls around the other two aircraft. He's the chief pilot of the team. He joined the Royal Jordanian Air Force in 1985. He's flown the F5 and the Airbus C295 transport. But now here's the solo once again. They're performing a hammerhead, and that is transitioning immediately into a multiple turn knife edge spin. Flying the solo slot this year is retired Brigadier Doraid Al-Lawama. They head straight in towards us. Inverted at the moment, but they're rolling erect once more and diving in, ready to perform the Hashemite break. The wingmen turning towards each other and separated, the leader going up, the wingmen also going up for tumbles in the vertical. Break of the 2022 Royal Jordanian Falcons.
forming a flight information region boundary. An FIR boundary must carry in-flight intercept procedures with them, just in case.
QRA, new task, enforced landing at airport. QRA, good copy. Break. C-130. These are the Austrian Typhoons. Recognize the aircraft on your right wing. You are to land at airport.
So in this highly possibly even ahead of the gun attack.
Present you the Black Eagles from Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, they are beginning the show with the new maneuver, a beautiful vertical of flight. Please give them a huge round of applause.
trophy. Please give them a round of applause.
Of the very calm winds today means we could well be on for the Lancaster landing.
I believe that is the case.
As I say, the BBMF. 7th Special Operations Squadron, the Bell Boeing CV-22B Osprey. This, of course, is a tilt-rotor aircraft. The big advantage of this configuration over a conventional helicopter, Mark, is, of course, the speed it offers. Yeah, tilt-rotor aircraft can be Hercules, another of which we've got in the static park here, to give the Osprey a range of more than 2,000 nautical miles and an endurance of up to 5 hours. So from an operations wing at Hurlburt Field, Florida in early 2007, but since then the 27th Special Operations Wing at Cannon Air Force Base, New Mexico has received them, followed by the 352nd at Milton Hall from 2013, and then the 353rd at Yokota in Japan in 2018.
Battle of Britain Memorial Flight displayed for 2022. There you hear the Croft in Hurricane LN 363 today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree that is an absolutely
gorgeous sight with this beautiful. Please give a big round of applause as we welcome Squadron Leader Mark Lung to the display line. Operated by number 92 Squadron. Have been based at RIAT Coningsby since the pass, pulling up into the victory roll. Please give a big round of applause and a big welcome to Flight Lieutenant Giles Croft, the American LF 363. Was built in Lang. Demonstrating the incredible capability of the Hurricane today is Flight Lieutenant Giles Croft. Let's give a big round of applause to Flight Lieutenant Giles Croft and Hurricane LF 363 as he pulls into the victory roll. And then bring your camera to the right hand side and give a big cheer and a big welcome to the jewel in our crown. Incredibly, over 7,000 Lancasters were built. Spitfire and Hurricane LF 363 coming through for the final pass before they depart to Gloucester today.
So far today we've seen two outstanding role demonstrations. The first one, battlefield support, conducted by the RAF Chinook, and the second one, the pair of Austrian F6 Austrian Typhoons in a QRA demonstration and air-to-air combat demonstration. PZL Svitnik was already building the MIL I-2 hoplite under license. They decided to design and develop an all-Polish successor, hoping it to sell across what was then still the Warsaw Pact. In the event, the Sokol, meaning Falcon, was sold to a rather narrower range of customers, but there have been many different variants for varied military and civil roles. The standard W3 is the battlefield surveillance versions. Now here we are into the rescue portion of the demonstration, with the rescuers rappelling down. We'll then see the Sokol, once they are safely on the ground and disconnected, making a backwards climb followed by a descending spiral. Support requirements. Descending spiral, comes back into the hover.
a variety of different helicopter manoeuvres. This really giving a good demonstration of the aircraft's ability to... Peter Safarek is the pilot, First Lieutenant Michal Scherks as co-pilot, the flight engineer is Warrant Officer Yaroslav Lubček, and the two rescue men are Warrant Officers Miroslav Drabek and Jan Duda.
I think I speak on behalf of all aircrew here when I say that we have a hell of a lot of respect for the search and rescue crews and the helimed crews, knowing that they've got our back 24/7 whenever we're flying.
They'll be back with us before.
Demonstrating the phenomenal performance in those Adam climbs into a 40 degrees nose up, 30 degrees nose down, barrel roll. Reheating gauge, Adam will sustain ready. You'll get a good view of the underside of this year's special livery, the Blackjack, designed by Mr. Adam Johnson and the Typhoon display team. Accelerating out of the loop back towards you, Adam brakes hard away and rolls through 6, leave his head and rush to his toes. Ready for 1,260 degrees aileron from the left. Again followed by another -3G push into the -G, half cubic with a roll. Exactly right in the reeds. Of the Eurofighter. Landing gear selected up, the lights go out. Looking for up, 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 lights out. Landing is now building for a series of 9G maneuvers as we near the end. Adam wants max rate 10, Adam pitches to 7 degrees nose up with a 540-degree roll. Base suit. Recovering from the
instructor since September 2019. His wingman is Captain Laurent, nicknamed The Mustangs will now split up to carry out a climb break. Dave is now
007 trains all British F-35 pilots, both Air Force and Navy, before sending them off to the front line, and this now includes capability. Indeed. This reflecting the membership of one of the squadrons of 10 Wing of the Belgian Air Component at Kleine Brogel of the NATO Tiger Association that we were talking about earlier, 31 Squadron. Backtracking the runway as the Gazelle makes its second phase. Is Commandant Aviateur Steven de Vries, as Mark said, calls into 3 spirals, repositioning temporarily on the A-axis, preparing the aircraft for a barrel. Really good indication there of the length of the runway here, the high-speed pass. He had to cancel reheat to maintain below Mach 0.9. Quite often on the smaller shows, the aircraft will have reheat selected for the entire flight line duration, but with it being almost
And here, hopefully we can see the nice flames behind the jet. There we go.
The Royal International Air Set 2. Look to your left, you'll see the Irish aerobatic display team, the Silver Swallows. The Silver Swallows were founded in 1987. He's the youngest member of our team. A fun fact, he wasn't actually born the last time the team was laid there. Bringing up the rear is Captain James Northover, Silver 4. He's the chief ground instructor from the Flying Training. The Pilatus PC-9 aircraft is used in a variety of roles for the Irish Air Corps. Silver 4 rolls inverted for mirror, working hard to keep with the formation, fighting the negative G to stay level.
Oh no, later, some further down.
Turning over the most areas of the aircraft in the airport. Up the road, into stop. So before still working out in the train, you guys get eyes on and test to move towards them. Silver 2 today is Commandant Edward Snowden from Street in County Meath. Joined the airport in 2005. Ladies and gentlemen, the Silver Swallows.
Betty. Now the PC-17 is coming back and the F-18 will coordinate his takeoff in order to the right side for the crossing.